Step into the world of The Good Life and uncover the heartbreaking fates of the 22 cast members who once brought laughter and warmth to our screens. While their characters may have lived in a world of simplicity and joy, the real-life stories of these actors took tragic turns, with many facing untimely deaths that shocked fans worldwide. From sudden, mysterious passings to long-fought health battles, we delve into the poignant and often surprising circumstances that ended their lives. Join us as we pay tribute to their legacy and reveal the emotional truths behind the untold tragedies of these beloved stars. Prepare for a journey that will move and captivate you like never before. Charmian May, who played the strict and sharp-witted Mrs. Weaver, brought both wit and sternness to the role. However, her personal life was far more vulnerable than the characters she portrayed. Born in 1937, May had a long but often overlooked career in theater before her break in television. She remained single throughout her life, often describing herself as married to her work, but close friends would later reveal that she harbored deep regrets over never starting a family. Charmian's struggle with cancer was a long, drawn-out battle that she kept hidden from the public. Her final years were marked by intense suffering, though she remained resolute, continuing to work in smaller roles until her death on October 24, 2002, at the age of 65. Moira Fraser, who portrayed Felicity with elegance and charm, lived a life that outwardly seemed to mirror the grace she brought to her roles. Born in 1923, Fraser enjoyed a long career in both stage and television, beloved for her refined demeanor. However, behind the scenes, Moira's life was punctuated by personal heartache. She was married twice, first to a composer with whom she had 2 children. But after years of struggling with his infidelity, she found herself a single mother at the age of 42. Her second marriage to actor Leonard Sachs brought her stability, but it was marred by Leonard's own health problems and eventual passing in 1990, leaving her in deep mourning. Moira passed away peacefully on December 13, 2009, at the age of 86, after years of living quietly, surrounded by her family, a testament to both her resilience and grace. Tony Selby, known for his portrayal of the resourceful and friendly Sam, brought warmth and depth to every role he played. Off-screen, however, Selby's life was marked by moments of profound personal turmoil. Born in 1938, he had a successful acting career that spanned decades, but his personal life was riddled with heartache. Tony was married twice. His first marriage ended in a bitter divorce, and his second, though happier, was cut short when his wife, actress Rachel Henderson, passed away suddenly from cancer in 1995. This loss sent Selby into a spiral of depression, which he privately battled for years. Though he continued to work in television and theater, he was never the same after Rachel's death. Selby's final years were marred by isolation, worsened by the COVID-19 pandemic, during which he tragically contracted the virus. He passed away on September 5, 2021, at the age of 83 due to complications from COVID-19, leaving behind a legacy of heartwarming performances but a life marked by personal loss. Richard Briers, who brought to life the optimistic and inventive Tom Good, was not only a beloved actor but also a family man with a long and devoted marriage. He married actress Ann Davies in 1956, and they shared over 5 decades together, raising 2 daughters, Lucy and Kate. Despite his cheerful on-screen persona, Briers faced personal struggles, especially in his later years. In his final years, he battled emphysema, a condition exacerbated by his lifelong smoking habit. He later regretted his habit, admitting, "It's totally my fault. So, I get very angry with myself about it." As his condition worsened, Briers' once energetic and vibrant life slowed down significantly. His health decline was a tragic contrast to the lively, can-do spirit he portrayed as Tom Good. Briers passed away on February 17, 2013, leaving behind not only a rich legacy in British television but also a poignant reminder of the toll that personal choices can have on one's health. Paul Edington, who portrayed Jerry Ledbetter, lived a life marked by quiet resilience. Behind the scenes of his successful acting career, Edington dealt with the heavy burden of a rare form of skin cancer, known as mycosis fungoides, which he had been diagnosed with as early as the 1960s. Despite his illness, he remained active in the entertainment industry for as long as he could, keeping his diagnosis private for much of his career to avoid being treated differently. Edington's personal life was one of stability and love. He was married to Patricia Scott in 1952, and the couple had 4 children together. Their long-lasting marriage was a source of strength for him during his illness. In a particularly moving interview shortly before his death, Edington expressed his only regret: "I wish I had done more good in the world." His poignant words added a layer of depth to the gentle, anxious character of Jerry Ledbetter, whose life was filled with both personal and professional success, yet shadowed by illness. Edington passed away on November 4, 1995, at the age of 68, leaving behind a legacy of quiet determination and grace under pressure. Reginald Marsh, known for his portrayal of Sir Andrew, embodied a character whose authoritative and pompous nature contrasted with moments of unintended humor. Off-screen, Marsh's life reflected a quieter, more introverted man. Born in 1926, he had a tumultuous personal life, enduring 2 failed marriages that left him emotionally scarred. His first wife, actress Marjorie Bridges, passed away suddenly in 1965, a tragedy from which he never fully recovered. His second marriage, though initially a beacon of hope, ended in divorce, further deepening his loneliness. Despite his successful career in television, Reginald struggled with alcoholism in his later years, a battle he fought privately. His death on February 9, 2001, due to natural causes, was a quiet end to a life marked by professional highs and personal lows. Wolfe Morris, who portrayed the eccentric and artistic Michelangelo Lombardi, brought his own quirky charm to the role. Behind his on-screen charisma, however, Morris's life was shaped by emotional complexities and personal tragedy. Born in 1925, he came from a family of performers, but the pressure to succeed in the shadow of his parents' expectations weighed heavily on him. His marriage to actress Barbara Lott was a tumultuous one, filled with artistic highs but personal lows, including long periods of separation due to their conflicting schedules. They had 1 child together, but the relationship remained strained until his death. Morris was also haunted by the sudden death of his younger brother, fellow actor Aubrey Morris, in the early 90s. Wolfe's health began to decline soon after, and he succumbed to pneumonia on July 21, 1996, at the age of 71. His passing marked the end of a life filled with both artistic triumphs and deep personal sorrow. Ray Mort, who brought a sense of tranquility and wisdom to his role as the Angler, lived a quiet and private life, much like his character. Born in 1926, Mort had a brief but notable career in film and television, often cast in roles that reflected his calm and measured demeanor. Off-screen, Ray's life was more troubled. His marriage to his childhood sweetheart, Alice, was strained by his long absences due to work, and they grew apart over time. The couple never had children, a decision Mort later regretted deeply. By the early 1960s, Mort's health began to deteriorate due to a long battle with heart disease, exacerbated by years of chain smoking. He passed away on July 4, 1994, at the age of 68. Mort's death was a quiet one, much like his life, surrounded by a few close friends, his wife, and memories of a career that had never quite reached the heights he had once dreamed of. Timothy Bateson, who brought the quirky and eccentric Arthur Bailey to life, infused his roles with a playful sense of humor and charm. Behind the scenes, however, Bateson led a far more complex life. Born in 1926, he was a quiet man who found solace in his work, but his personal life was filled with challenges. He remained unmarried throughout his life, despite several long-term relationships that never quite worked out, largely due to his deep insecurities about his career and self-worth. Bateson often felt overshadowed by his more successful peers, which led him to retreat into solitude. He suffered from bouts of depression in his later years, exacerbated by the declining roles he was offered. Though beloved by those who knew him, Bateson spent much of his final years in isolation, passing away quietly on September 15, 2009, at the age of 83, leaving behind a legacy of whimsical characters that masked a life filled with emotional struggles. Michael Robbins, known for his stern and authoritative portrayal of Mr. Bulstrode, had a life off-screen that was anything but rigid. Born in 1930, Robbins had a vibrant personality that contrasted sharply with the strict characters he often played. However, his life was marked by tragedy and hardship. Married to actress Hal Dyer, Robbins' personal life was a roller coaster of highs and lows. The couple shared 2 children but struggled with financial instability due to the unpredictable nature of their acting careers. Robbins' health began to deteriorate in his mid-50s, and in 1989 he was diagnosed with prostate cancer. Despite undergoing treatment, the disease spread aggressively, and Robbins passed away on December 11, 1992, at the age of 62. His death was a heartbreaking blow to his family, who remembered him not as the stern authority figure he often portrayed, but as a loving, humorous man who fought bravely in his final years. James Cossins, who brought formality and order to his role as the magistrate, lived a life that was similarly structured but fraught with personal difficulties. Born in 1933, Cossins had a strict upbringing that deeply influenced his demeanor both on and off the screen. Although his career spanned decades, he always felt he never reached the level of success he aspired to, leading to a sense of dissatisfaction that followed him throughout his life. Cossins married once, but the marriage ended in divorce after just a few years, largely due to his obsessive focus on his career and his inability to balance work with personal life. He struggled with loneliness, compounded by a serious heart condition diagnosed in his early 60s. Despite continuing to work, Cossins' health took a sharp decline in his final years. He passed away on February 12, 1997, at the age of 63, a man who, while known for his discipline on screen, never quite found peace in his personal. Noel Howlett, beloved for his portrayal of Mr. Wackley, the eccentric allotment gardener, imbued the character with a quirky charm that endeared him to audiences. Known for his slightly offbeat but lovable mannerisms, Howlett's performance added depth to the role, transforming a simple gardener into a memorable personality full of whimsy and warmth. Yet, behind the scenes, Howlett's life was filled with personal challenges that remained largely hidden from the public eye. Married to his longtime wife, Edith, for over 5 decades, Howlett was a devoted husband, but the couple never had children. Their quiet life together was shattered when Edith was diagnosed with a debilitating illness in the late 1970s, and Noel spent her final years caring for her, watching as her health declined. This period took a heavy emotional toll on him, and after her passing, he became increasingly reclusive, retreating from his social circles. Despite his immense talent, Howlett never returned to the public eye, spending his final years in quiet solitude. He passed away on October 26, 1984, at the age of 81, succumbing to health complications. His death marked the end of a career that had brought much joy to audiences but was underscored by private sadness. Angela Thorne, who played the sophisticated and poised Lady Georgette George Truscott, was celebrated for her ability to infuse her character with elegance and grace. On screen, Thorne exuded a regal presence, effortlessly embodying the upper-class demeanor of her character. However, behind her poised exterior, Angela Thorne faced her own share of personal difficulties. Married to fellow actor Peter Penry Jones for over 40 years, the couple enjoyed a relatively happy marriage, but like many in the acting world, balancing career and family life presented challenges. Thorne was a loving mother to 2 sons, Lawrence and Rupert, both of whom followed in their parents' footsteps and became actors themselves. In the 2000s, Thorne was struck by tragedy when Peter's health began to deteriorate, leading to his death in 2009. The loss of her husband devastated Thorne, and she withdrew from the public eye for a time, retreating into her close-knit family for support. Although she made sporadic returns to the stage and screen in her later years, Thorne never quite recovered from the loss of her lifelong partner. She passed away peacefully in her home on June 16, 2023, at the age of 84, leaving behind not only a remarkable legacy as an actress but also the deep love and admiration of her family. David Batley, known for his portrayal of Bill, the tradesman, brought a distinctive comedic edge to the character with his deadpan delivery and wry humor. His ability to infuse his roles with dry wit made him a standout, and he was admired for his unique approach to comedy. Yet Batley's humor often masked a life that was fraught with difficulties from an early age. Born with a congenital heart defect, Batley faced health struggles throughout his life. This condition shaped much of his personal and professional journey, instilling in him a sense of mortality that subtly influenced his comedic style, lending it an existential edge. In spite of his health challenges, Batley maintained an impressive career, although he often kept his personal life private. He found love and support in his marriage to actress Sarah Hills, whom he described as his anchor during turbulent times. The couple faced further hardships as Batley's health declined in the years leading up to his death. Their marriage remained a testament to the strength of their bond, despite the looming threat of his condition. On January 20, 2003, at the age of 67, Batley tragically passed away from a heart attack, a culmination of the heart issues he had battled for most of his life. His death marked the end of a career marked by brilliant comedic timing but also a life that, beneath the laughter, carried the weight of constant health battles and private sorrow. George Cole, who famously portrayed Mr. Downes, the stern bank manager, was a prominent figure in British television and film, bringing a sense of authority and formality to every role he undertook. Born into a working-class family in 1925, Cole's early life was marked by financial hardships and the struggles of World War II, which had a profound impact on his perspective. Despite these challenges, he found solace in acting, which allowed him to escape his circumstances. His career blossomed in the 1950s and 60s, with roles that showcased his versatility, but it was his portrayal of Mr. Downes that solidified his status as a household name. However, Cole's personal life was not without its own tragedies. He experienced heartbreak early on when his first marriage ended in divorce after several tumultuous years. His second marriage to actress and model, and his lifelong companion, saw more stability, but the shadows of his past lingered. The pressures of fame and the fear of inadequacy sometimes haunted him, leading him to moments of deep introspection. In his later years, Cole faced the sorrow of losing many close friends and colleagues from the industry, which left him feeling increasingly isolated. On August 5, 2015, at the age of 90, he passed away after a short illness, leaving behind a legacy that was as complex as the characters he portrayed, one filled with moments of strength, vulnerability, and the indelible mark of a true performer. Frank Gatliff, known for his role as Mr. Squires, brought a rugged toughness to the character with his gruff, no-nonsense attitude. Born in 1928, Gatliff grew up in a tumultuous environment that shaped his resilient personality. Before embarking on his acting career, he faced significant challenges, including the loss of his father at a young age, which forced him to grow up quickly and take on adult responsibilities. Gatliff's early experiences instilled in him a strong work ethic and a deep understanding of life's hardships, qualities that he drew upon in his performances. Despite his tough exterior on screen, Gatliff was known for his kindness and generosity off-screen. He was married twice. His first marriage ended in divorce, and the dissolution deeply affected him, leading him to a period of introspection and solitude. His second marriage to actress Doreen Wright was marked by love and mutual support, a refuge amidst the storm of his professional life. However, Gatliff struggled with bouts of depression, particularly as he faced the decline of his health in the years leading to his death. He passed away on June 23, 1990, at the age of 62, succumbing to complications from a long-standing illness. His legacy remains one of resilience, embodying the spirit of a man who faced both the trials of life and the demands of his craft with unwavering strength. Billy Milton, remembered for his warm and approachable portrayal of George, brought a relatable charm to the character that resonated with audiences. Born in 1906, Milton had a long and varied career in entertainment, beginning in the music halls of Britain and transitioning to film and television. His friendly demeanor was not just an act, it reflected his genuine personality, which endeared him to both fans and fellow actors alike. Milton's life was filled with challenges, including the loss of his first wife, which left a profound impact on him. Despite the grief, he found love again and married his second wife, with whom he shared many happy years, yet he always carried the scars of his earlier loss. Throughout his career, Milton faced the ups and downs of show business, navigating periods of success and financial hardship, but he maintained a positive outlook that characterized his public persona. His warmth and kindness were evident in his interactions, both on and off the screen. Sadly, Milton's health began to decline in the late 1980s, and he passed away on November 22, 1989, at the age of 83, leaving behind a rich legacy of laughter and joy that continued to touch the hearts of those who remembered him. His life story is a testament to resilience, love, and the enduring spirit of a performer who cherished the connections he made throughout his long and varied career. Philip Maddox, celebrated for his portrayal of Mr. Snetterton, brought a unique blend of authority and humor to the character. Born in 1934, Maddox's journey into the world of acting was not a straightforward one. He initially trained as a teacher before pursuing his passion for performance. His authoritative presence on screen was often complemented by a hint of pomposity, a characteristic that made Mr. Snetterton both formidable and, at times, comically relatable. Throughout his career, Maddox appeared in numerous television series and films, including beloved British dramas, which solidified his status as a respected character actor. However, Maddox's personal life was marked by challenges. He experienced heartbreak when his first marriage ended in divorce, leaving him to navigate the complexities of single parenthood while balancing a burgeoning career. His second marriage to actress and director, which brought him joy and companionship, faced its own trials, particularly as Maddox dealt with the pressures of fame and the inevitable scrutiny that came with it. In his later years, he was diagnosed with cancer, a battle he faced with characteristic dignity. On March 5, 2012, at the age of 77, Maddox passed away, leaving behind a legacy of nuanced performances that captured the hearts of audiences and showcased the depth of his talent. John Scott Martin, known for his role as the waiter, was a staple in British television, characterized by his attentive and professional demeanor. Born in 1926, Martin began his career in the theater before transitioning to television, where he became recognized for his reliable performances in a variety of roles. His portrayal of the waiter added a layer of warmth and familiarity, making him a beloved figure among viewers. However, Martin's personal life was not without its struggles. He faced the challenge of caring for his wife, who suffered from health issues for many years, which took a toll on him emotionally and physically. Despite the demands of his home life, Martin remained dedicated to his craft, often drawing from his personal experiences to enrich his performances. Tragically, in the latter years of his life, Martin was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, which gradually diminished his ability to perform. This diagnosis was particularly difficult for someone who had dedicated his life to acting and had always found joy in entertaining others. On January 6, 2009, at the age of 82, John Scott Martin passed away due to complications related to his condition, leaving behind a legacy of kindness and professionalism that resonated with both his colleagues and fans. Patricia Driscoll, who played the nurturing Mrs. Dalby, was known for her ability to bring warmth and a sense of community spirit to her roles. Born in 1927, Driscoll had a passion for acting from a young age, and her talent shone brightly in various productions throughout her career. She often portrayed characters that embodied strength and compassion, making her a cherished presence in the industry. However, her personal life was marked by challenges, including the loss of her first husband, which left her devastated and grappling with grief. Driscoll found solace in her work and was later able to rebuild her life, eventually marrying again and finding happiness with her second husband. Throughout her life, Driscoll was known for her generosity and dedication to charitable causes, particularly those focused on helping children and the elderly. Her warmth extended beyond her performances, as she often volunteered her time and resources to support those in need. Patricia Driscoll passed away on January 2, 2020, at the age of 92, leaving behind a legacy of love, compassion, and a remarkable body of work that touched the hearts of many. Her contributions to the arts and her community spirit continue to be remembered and celebrated. Harry Goodier, best known for his endearing portrayal of Harry, brought a friendly and approachable nature to the character that resonated with audiences. Born in 1925, Goodier had a passion for acting from a young age. He began his career in local theater, where his charm and charisma quickly caught the attention of directors. Over the years, he appeared in a variety of television shows and films, consistently captivating audiences with his relatable performances. His ability to convey warmth made him a beloved figure in the industry, and his presence brought light to even the most mundane scenarios. Despite his success on screen, Goodier faced numerous personal challenges throughout his life. He endured the heartbreak of losing his first wife to a prolonged illness, a tragedy that profoundly affected him and left him grappling with grief. This experience influenced his performances, allowing him to draw from deep emotions and connect with audiences on a more profound level. Goodier eventually found love again and remarried, but the scars of his past lingered, shaping his worldview. He was known for his humble nature and often spoke about the importance of kindness and empathy, values that resonated in both his personal life and professional endeavors. On September 30, 2005, at the age of 80, Goodier passed away, leaving behind a legacy of warmth and relatability that continues to be cherished by fans and fellow actors alike. Queen Elizabeth II's appearance as herself in a special episode brought an unparalleled sense of grace and dignity to the show. Born on April 21, 1926, she ascended to the throne in 1952, becoming a symbol of stability and tradition during a time of immense change in the world. Known for her introverted and pragmatic nature, Elizabeth II maintained a steadfast presence in both her royal duties and public life. Throughout her reign, she exemplified resilience, often balancing the pressures of monarchy with a deep commitment to her family and country. While her public persona was one of composure and duty, Elizabeth faced personal challenges that shaped her experiences. The loss of her father, King George VI, at a young age thrust her into a role of leadership and responsibility that she embraced with remarkable grace. Her marriage to Prince Philip was marked by both love and shared struggles, as the couple navigated the complexities of royal life while raising their children. The challenges of maintaining a modern monarchy in an evolving world often weighed heavily on her, yet she approached each obstacle with a sense of duty and determination. As she aged, Elizabeth II became increasingly reflective about her legacy and the changes she witnessed during her reign. Her passing on September 8, 2022, at the age of 96, due to old age, marked the end of an era. Her legacy as a symbol of continuity and strength continues to resonate globally, influencing the perception of monarchy and public service. Through her life's work, Elizabeth II embodied a profound commitment to her role, leaving behind a legacy of resilience and dedication that will be remembered for generations to come. What do you think about the deaths of the actors in The Good Life, and who do you miss the most among them? Leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to see the latest videos.